Hi, this is Carol Ray with Notary to Pro, and I wanted to make this video to make you aware of all of the additional resources that we have available for you as students at Notary to Pro. First of all, we have a page separator, Notary Assist, Legal Shield, Notary Act, audio recordings, teleconferences, and items to print. The first thing that I want to talk about is printers and page separator. I wanted to cover printers because I get a lot of questions from students about printers, what kind of printer I recommend. So here's some information that you might find helpful. Most companies do prefer that you use a dual tray laser printer, but very few notaries, when they're starting out, can afford the cost between $400 and $700 for a really good laser printer. I personally recommend that you purchase a good 4-in-1 printer. I have always used HPs and I've never had a problem with them. That's not to say that the other brands aren't very good. This is just something that I kind of fell into. You want a 4-in-1 because they give you the ability to print, copy, scan, and fax with one device, and you're always going to find a need for this type of printer. Documents most often need to be printed on both legal and letter size paper. Now, if you don't have a dual tray printer, you're not going to want to print your documents like one page at a time to try to determine what size it's on. You could print everything on legal paper, which is very expensive. And there are some documents that must be printed on letter size paper to be recordable. There are county recorders offices in this country that demand a certain size, and they will not record documents unless they are that particular size. So the answer to this problem, if you cannot afford that expensive laser printer right now, is a program that I absolutely endorse and recommend. It's under the Extras tab on the website, and it's called Page Separator. The software costs somewhere between $49.99 and $69.99, and it's just a great program. It's a software program that you can download and you can keep it like on your desktop, and within seconds it will separate all of the documents that you have downloaded into your computer into two separate folders. So what you do is there's a browse button in there, you click on the browse, you go get the documents one attachment at a time and bring it into the page separator, and then there's a button you push and it says merge and separate, and within seconds you'll have two folders, one that has the letter size paper and one that has the legal size. So then it's just a matter of putting the proper size paper into your printer, letting your printer know what size you're going to be printing on. That's key. And then you just can print everything out on the appropriate size paper. Now, I personally recommend that you get the Pro version. It's a little bit more expensive, but because it gives you the ability to be able to separate all attachments at one time. And it also prints out a report for you to use once you're ready to prepare the documents for lender. The report gives you the information you need to restack the documents and return them in exactly the same order as you received them, which is really nice. Now we'll talk about a laser printer. When you're ready, what you'll be looking for is a dual tray monochrome. You do not need a color laser printer. Now when you're ready to purchase this printer, be very careful. You really want to do your research. Read what people have to say about the printers that they've purchased. And then because you want to purchase a printer that's going to last you for years, you want to look for words like a real workhorse. This is a printer that's just going to keep going and going and going. Also, one suggestion is to make sure that you purchase a printer that has all metal parts and not plastic parts. I have a number of students who purchased a laser printer for about $300, and they work great for a year or two, and then it becomes one problem after another. The key here is to get a really good printer, one that's going to last you for many years, so you're not having to spend $200, $300, $400 every couple of years. I'm going to tell you about a story about a printer that we had. We had a Ricoh that we bought at Costco many, many years ago, and it was great. It lasted for a good 3 years, and that's when we were doing anywhere between 50 and 70 signings a month, which is a lot of paperwork. And then we got an HP. I did a lot of research on it, and I actually went to HP online, and I found this printer, but there was a notice on there that it was being taken off the line for that year. It was an HP 3005, so it's pretty old. And so what we saw there was that they had a $450 rebate. Now the printer itself was $650, which was not easy to lay out at the time, but we did. And 2 months later, within 2 months, I received my $450 rebate. We had that printer for, it was just a little over 3 years, I think. And then it started giving us a lot of trouble. My husband found a local guy who said he was a printer expert. We thought, what the heck, we'll have him come over. It might cost us a little money. But we'd rather do that than to go out and try to find a new one because they're expensive. Well, he came out and he ended up, he replaced the drum and he did, I don't know what else he did, but he kind of reconditioned it. He said this was a really good printer, one of the best that HP had made. And he says, you've got at least 500,000 copies left on this printer. So we paid him $300. So now we're in a total of $550 for this printer. We've had it 3 years. Here we are now 5 years later, and we are still using the same printer. And knock on wood, it'll last us for a while more before we have to invest in another printer. And you do need to keep in mind that these printers are an investment. They are tax deductible. You need to talk to your accountant or tax attorney to find out exactly what you are able to deduct at the end of the year. Now there's another program here that I discovered several years ago, and I highly endorse this program. It's called Notary Assist, and I started off with a free trial, and I've been using, and then I purchased it because it was just great. And then I have found this to be just invaluable in maintaining my data information. It's really easy to use. It collects all the information that you need to retain, not just for reference, but for tax purposes every year. The program is extremely easy to use, and you can access the information in a matter of seconds. It will keep track of every one of your customers, every one of your signings, all the fees that are owed, all of the invoices, the mileage for each and every signing, as well as providing directions to the signings as needed. When my husband Bill does our taxes each year, I think he would be lost without the reports that I can print for him at the end of the year. The creators of Notary Assist have been working for the past 2 years to add even more advantages to using this software, and they're just about ready now to launch things like their new mobile app. The thing about this one too is you purchase this software one time. There's no monthly fees, and yet you still get to take advantage of the upgrades. Now, I don't make any money, Notary Pro doesn't make any money on the sale of this software, but we were able to negotiate a good, nice 25% discount for our students on this. There is a link on our site that links it directly to theirs so that you can take advantage of both the 30-day free trial and the discount when you go to purchase the program. So I'm going to show you a little bit, just a kind of an overview about what this does. Okay, first of all, this is like the home page. This is the start page. And as you can see, you can run all kinds of stuff. a mileage report, an unpaid report. It does keep track of all of this information. I'm going to take you right now to, I think this is the customer page. Yeah, this is our customer page. And basically it gives you all the information about that particular customer. You always want to put in all of that information, especially if you have any kind of problem, perhaps in not getting paid and you need to reach out to them. And this is just a typical income report, so you can figure out how much you billed within a certain period of time. Maybe you want to run this every month. It will show you when things are not paid. So this is a great thing to have. Okay, I want to talk about Legal Shield. For every adult in this country, and most especially anyone who owns their own business, I really feel that this product is an absolute must. Most of us cannot afford to have an attorney on retainer. In the event that we encounter a legal problem, either personal or in our business life, it can be extremely difficult to come up with the money to pay an attorney. And yet it is inevitable that these situations will arise occasionally, and they will require us to seek legal counsel. Hiring an attorney can be extremely costly and usually prohibits many of us from hiring an attorney at oftentimes $250, $300 an hour. Over the years, I personally have had issues which required me to seek legal counsel. I just didn't have any other choice. As a member of Legal Shield, I was able to obtain legal counsel free of charge from an attorney who are members of a pre-assigned law firm. So what they do is they find a local law firm for you and they assign you to that law firm. Now, if you're looking for, let's say, a tax attorney, then they will have a tax attorney contact you. If you're looking for a copyright attorney, then again, they'll have a copyright attorney contact you. So over the years, consulting with an attorney, I've had several issues, and here's just a few of my experiences with them. First of all, I've needed attorneys occasionally to overlook potential contracts and give me advice to make sure that my interest is protected in these contracts. Also, writing letters on my behalf for various items, such as debt collection, which you will have occasionally, and a letter from an attorney demanding payment is a very powerful letter. Also, I had a situation one time which was really scary, and I had an attorney protect me from copyright infringement that could have had a disastrous effect on my Notary to Pro course. Knowing that for a small monthly fee, you have instant access to an attorney when you need one is absolutely wonderful. And as I said, you're going to be assigned to a local office whose attorneys each have their own specialty. And this staff of attorneys will be there for you when you need them. It's just a matter of a phone call. My experience with them has been nothing but favorable, and believe me, the peace of mind that it provides you is absolutely invaluable. Now, another thing is the identity theft offered through Legal Shield. It is a fantastic identity theft protection plan. It's at a very low cost. Its coverage covers you more than LifeLock, both financially and on a personal level for how many members it will cover. So that's something too that you might want to take a look at. Because of my experiences with Legal Shield, and I know that a lot of you do respect what I have to say to you about certain things. You know I've not misled you in the time I'm sure that we've worked together. I did decide to offer my services to students and graduates because I really believe in the program that they offer and understand how important this could be to you both personally and professionally. So just go to carolray.com www.legalshieldassociate.com, and you'll see there's videos there for you to watch, a lot more information, but I really strongly suggest that you at least take a look at it. It will save you a lot of heartache down the line. Okay, I've come to notaryact.com. This is by far the best electronic notary journal available today. I've seen other electronic journals over the years, and most of them are just not very good. This one is so comprehensive. I sort of call it the Notary to Pro of electronic journals. And you're going to have access to this journal at a discount once you graduate and you're able to access our free graduates website. You do need to check to make sure that your state does allow electronic journals. I'll tell you, there's just a lot of stuff that this has to offer, but I do want you to be aware of the fact that you can try it for 30 days through our website, and that after that it is provided to you at a discount. Okay, and I just want you to be aware that there are other additional resources here for you that are really important. I have a lot of audio recordings, things that you can learn from, learn how to do as you encounter new things in your business. I also have some teleconferences with industry experts, people like a branch manager of an escrow company, title officer, reverse mortgage specialist, bookkeeper. So you might want to listen to those at some point in time. And then we have a whole list of printable items, including things like my cheat sheet. You're going to want to take a look at that cheat sheet because this is going to save you a lot of problems when you're dealing with borrowers who are consistently asking either how to sign their name or what date it is. So I hope that you've gotten some information here and that you will take advantage of all of the additional resources that we have to offer. Thank you.